Who could be moved before NHL trade deadline? Possible sellers. Players. Chicago Blackhawks defenseman Seth Jones told the Chicago Sun-Times during the Four Nations face-off break that he would like to give myself a chance to win. His frustration with the play of the 31st-place Blackhawks showed after the team's latest loss Tuesday. "We're the exact same team right now as we were Game 1," he told reporters. "It's pretty evident out there. We haven't made any strides to be a better, more simple hockey team, and it shows. We don't get a lot of wins because of that, from NFL plays to college sports scores, all the top sports news you need to know every day." The struggling Blackhawks are an expected seller, with the 3 p.m. March 7th trade deadline approaching. Jones, a right-shot defenseman who plays big minutes, would be a potential target with a caveat. He's signed through 2029-30 with a $9.5 million cap hit. He would have to waive his no-trade clause to be moved. Blackhawks teammates Ryan Donato and Pat Maroon, a three-time Stanley Cup winner, are pending unrestricted free agents. Here's a look at players who could be available if their teams decide over the next week to become sellers. Boston Bruins. Hampus Lindholm probably won't return this season, and fellow top-four defenseman Charlie McAvoy suffered a significant shoulder injury at the Four Nations face-off. As a result, the usually aggressive Bruins will probably take a much more cautious approach, general manager Don Sweeney said earlier in the week. "We will look at all opportunities to improve our team now, but more importantly moving forward," he told reporters. Pending unrestricted free agent Trent Frederick's offensive numbers have dropped, but his rugged style is a plus during the playoffs. He left Tuesday's game with an injury. Captain Brad Marchand is also a pending UFA, though both sides say they hope he can be a Bruin for life. "We'll have to have a conversation with him now that Four Nations is over, sit down with Brad and his representatives, and have a clearer path as to what his final outcome will be," Sweeney said. Pittsburgh Penguins. They're heading into the wrong direction, losing their first 3 games after the break, and a makeover seems inevitable. Forward Ricard Raquel would fetch a big return because the 25-goal scorer has 3 years left on his deal. Their pending UFAs include defenseman Matt Grzelcyk, currently injured, and forward Anthony Beauvillier. New York Islanders. The banged-up Islanders have lost 4 in a row. USA Olympian Brock Nelson, who topped 30 goals his previous 3 seasons but is off that pace this season, would be one of the NHL's top trade targets if general manager Lou Lamoriello shops the pending UFA. Kyle Palmieri also is a pending UFA. Seattle Kraken. Penalty killer Brandon Tanev, who's popular in Seattle, is a pending UFA. So is 2-time Stanley Cup winner Yanni Gourde, but he might be out past the trade deadline because of sports hernia surgery.